Good morning to everyone and welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to do the update on the USD Japanese yen. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with the USD versus Japanese yen first. So basically yesterday there was plenty of the events in the US and there was a FOMC meeting minutes. There was a press conference as well on federal funds rate. Was pretty much expected. So the market basically just went even further lower. This is something that we were expecting in our previous forecasts. I alerted about the yen. There is potential for the downside and potential for even full retest of this 133.30 and area around 133 mark. And we can see here that USD yen is doing a phenomenal job in this. Since we broke this upside channeling mode, basically slow pattern here, this is where the whole downside movement started for the USD yen. So we had most recently here overnight consolidation. Now we were breaking even that range, and I think we have a pretty good odds to go further towards the 133.30 area. So this one is progressing pretty well, and we'll see if also one of the main objectives was reached. 135 was the area we watched here, and there was a 161.8 expansion at 134.46. So really pressing, and overall the dollar, a big weakness on the dollar, and after the press conference also it just even boosted further this idea of basically ultra weak US dollar. Now, speaking of the gold market, gold has reached our main first objective, 2075. This was the all-time high area. Actually, market made a new all-time high by taking this 2074, and market went to 2078. So that's basically a new all-time high on the gold. Now, basically, market reacted. This happened overnight. Market reacted, and probably lots of take profiting happened. During the night, but there was no big volume involved in this whole moment, and the upcycle is still present. So I would like to see how the day today will develop, because there is a chance if the gold will find the buyers from this pullback. Let's take a look at just the most recent place retracement to find a conclusion, and I think we're pretty much in this area of conclusion right here. This is a very important pivot level for the gold around, I would say, 2035, 2039. Very important pivot area for the gold. So still I see the potential, and if the day will develop and we see the buyers come in, so I will not be surprised if we in next period even overtake this high, the new all-time high at 2078. Also, another thing is this new all-time high happened overnight on not such a big volume, so I will say that there is a potential that during the primary hours, right, when we have the really active market and volume, that we might see the revisit of this area and then see if the market can break this, overtake, because there is a plenty of potential for the upside. Now, just to go to the daily time frame, yes, this was the first objective based on this upside that we were speaking about when the market was near the 1980 area, 1978. That was a phenomenal move. But I don't think that gold, so far what I'm seeing, that this will be this all-time high that we got from this morning, from overnight session, will be the main high. So we'll see how the things will develop. But the next main objectives, speaking of the short meter perspective, are set around 2135 and 2144, which is a Fibonacci expansions 100% from this swing and from this swing here. So plenty of potential. You can also see that there's a fresh cross on the Napoli MACD. So yeah, The only thing which, I will pay attention here is that if the market will find a supply during the primary hours, and if the volume will start to increase, then, and especially the day will close like this, it's still early today, so we cannot say at this point how the close will be, because there is plenty of time left. Maybe that the day will close all full near the high or so. So if the day will close like this, like a big tail and something on a high volume, then this will basically can be a sign for some downside rotation. But this is not the case now, and there is a still chance for the higher prices since this strong environment and markup phase that is going on. So still upside. This is a key intraday, I will say, confluence, Fibonacci confluence based on this swing lows here. So pay attention on this, and we'll see how this will develop. But the first objective was reached at 2075. Speaking of the crude oil, again, the market sold off all the way to our objective that we spoke about, and then basically reacted again, leaving this tail. So lots of the stuffs overnight got this tail, right? Crude oil and gasoline, gold, and so. But we'll see, that main objective was reached, but it's very, very unlikely to say at this point how the things will develop. Usually after such a move like this, there will be some kind of a retest in the next period. So it's the same thing like for the gold. So I will expect during the primary hours, maybe on the crude to go to retest this, and then if there is further down power, market can even go through. If market can react here, then we can have some stopping activity. But in the future, we can expect some kind of the retest of this whole area where we have this action here. And speaking of the Bitcoin versus US dollar, again, market is sitting and in building this consolidation, but basically triangular pattern. So I would like to see the market is still building this triangle. So the breakout will confirm probably further direction. So the breakout of 29,000, let's say 30,000 mark, and can signal basically upside environment towards the 35, 36,000. But the downside breakout of, let's say, 27,000 may indicate further lower prices towards the 23,900 or even 20,000 mark. That will be all for this update, guys. I hope that you did enjoy. Trade safe as always, and speak to you from tomorrow morning.